So, my dear friends, masters and gods, very good evening to you all. Mahavatar TV warmly welcomes you to the 21 days free holistic wellness program, batch 90, day 9. So, before commencing the session, I would like to say pranams to you all and to our Guruji Ranganath sir, our Grandmaster Maharshi Patriji, and to great Grandmaster Mahavatar Babaji, and to all the great Grandmasters and to the universe. So, today's topic is role of negative ions for our will be part 2, continuation to the part 1. Sir will be joining at 9:30. So we'll do meditation for the first 30 minutes. So masters, we are practicing Anapanasati meditation. It's a powerful Buddhist technique, 2500 years old Buddhist technique. Ana is in breathe, Apana is out breathe, Sati means to be with the breath. So create a calm environment around you. If you are wearing any glasses or specs, just remove them, keep aside. Drink a glass of water before you start meditating. So keep another glass of water beside you so that you can have after the complete of the session. So water flows through your body. So as energy. So that's why glass of water before you start meditating. Peaceful atmosphere around you. So you should sit comfortably on a mat. If you are not able to sit on a mat, you can sit on a chair with a cross legs like this. Cross your legs like this. Your back should be straight above the waist. You should sit in a sukhasana. So keep your hands clasped like this. So interlock of one hand with the other. Fingers interlock. Just rest them on your thighs. Close your eyes. Close your eyes. Inhale. Exhale. Be present with each of the breath. Simply observe the natural rhythm of the breath without attempting to control it. So you are not controlling your breath, you are just observing. So observe at the tip of your nose. So you may get thoughts, you may get feelings, you may get emotions. Just get rid of them. Come back to the normal. Come back and observe the breath. Just focus on your breath. Just cut the thoughts. Be patient and kind to yourself as you bring your mind back again and again. So I'll play calming music. It helps you focus and relax. Gently rub your hands together, generating warmth and energy. When you are ready, place your palms over your eyes. Feel the soothing pressure for 5 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, masters, can you open your eyes? You have completed beautiful meditation, masters. Well done. Okay, masters. Today's topic is role of negative ions for our well-being, part 2 by Ranganath Master. Sir, over to you, sir.
Thank you. Namaste. Good evening to all of you. Yes. So while coming out of the meditation, and also probably the sound of the music also let it be little lesser. I feel it is very heavy.
Yes,
Secondly,
in my system it is only 2 or 3, sir. But
maybe just check with others. So say thirdly, whenever you are coming out, no bringing out, let the music go on, reduce the volume. Okay,
sure,
bring
sir.
it to the minimal. Then say first say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Then make them to place the both hands on the eyes for 5 more seconds. Then again say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then slowly open the eyes, slowly take away the hands, slowly open the eyes. This is how the order has to come. So that there should not be abruption. Like it should not be abrupt exit. Generally, what happen if we do like this, no, it's abrupt exit. So that won't give a good exit. Like the
Oh,
feeling what
yes,
we get now from the meditation, we miss it. Understand?
yes,
So just note this and follow this from tomorrow.
sure, sure.
Okay, should be slow exit. How you go slowly into the meditation. Same way while
Yes,
coming out also, sudden switch off meditation, sudden switch off music. We should not do that. Switching off the music suddenly and keeping it higher volumes. These small things has to be corrected. Otherwise, music is excellent music. What you play
yes,
is very melodious. Okay,
yes.
thank
I
you.
will correct this.
Absolutely. Thank you. Yes. So, okay, masters. Right. Everything is going well, and you're all learning. You're all learning very good subjects from all the masters. Every day, senior masters are coming and teaching you, and you are all we are learning together. Definitely, yes. So the negative ions, right? Negative ions. The role of negative ions, which will continue today. Okay. Now, the about the negative ions, the last session we have discussed. Okay. What is the role of negative ions, or what is negative ion? Can somebody explain? Just raise your hand. I want to know from you because I explained the concept and technology. So I want to hear from one of you. Shailaja madam. Yeah.
Uh, Good evening, all masters and all. Actually, negative ions means electrons, and in a molecule, everything is made of mass and molecules. In molecules, we have electrons, protons, and neutrons. And then these electrons are negatively charged, and
So
these
no, like substance is made up of molecules, right?
ah,
So
ah,
one
yes.
molecule is made up of atoms, isn't it?
One molecule is made up of atoms. In atoms, we are having this three
Ah,
uh,
okay.
proton, neutron, and electrons. And electrons are negatively charged ions, and they are most important for us, for humans. They will form the electricity or something, some energy in us. And these positive things are protons are actually the dust, everything like that. And these electrons we get from rain, and if we walk on earth, also that is also good. And trees are a good source.
Okay.
This much I understood.
Yeah. Okay. So yes, you remember, definitely you remembered to an extent possible. But
Uh,
negative ion means uh,
uh,
so electron is negative charge. Of course, electron does have negative charge. So
hmm,
how a atom becomes negative or positive ion. That is very important. Okay, that concept, that particular technology, what I explained, the science behind it. You must remember
hmm,
this. If you remember this, everything else is yes. You can understand everything. Okay. So science behind a atom becomes either positive or negative.
yes,
See, atom is supposed to become a positive ion or supposed to become a
neg- negative ion.
as
And
such, as such ion anywhere. The same
hmm,
atom, it becomes sometimes negative ion, sometimes it becomes positive ion. This
hmm,
concept we need to understand properly. Okay.
hmm,
So when the more electrons enters into the orbits from outside,
hmm,
from
hmm,
outside, from the
hmm,
environment, if it
hmm,
enters into your body
hmm,
and if number of electrons increased, it
hmm,
means you are negatively charged. Now your atom became negative. So that atom is called negative ion.
hmm,
If at all
hmm,
the electrons from you are taken away,
hmm.
okay, then your atom becomes
Will become positive ion.
your atom becomes positive charge because protons will be
Positive.
more, electrons will be lesser. So
Yes,
that becomes a positive ion.
yes, yes.
So that's the concept of this. Understand?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
If electrons are removed, then it becomes positive. If
Positive.
more positive ions are there, then it becomes
No, no, wrong words here.
wrong, opposite. I told.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Electrons are added, electrons are removed. This you need to understand.
Uh,
Electrons added becomes that atom become negative ion.
that's right.
Electrons are removed, that atom becomes a positive ion. This
That's right. That's right. Yes, yes,
simple as this.
yes,
Understand?
yes,
Yeah. Okay.
yes.
Okay, let's go forward. Yes,
Yeah.
friends. The last session we have discussed in a detailed manner. So hopefully here all the masters might have subscribed Mahavatar TV English. How many are not subscribed? Can you raise your hand or message me? How many subscribed? First of all, message me.
Yeah,
See,
yeah.
such a wonderful videos. We have 30 views, 40 views, I don't know. Okay. So this is not the way to take it forward. We ourselves have to support each other. Like any master comes and give a lecture, you see, I mean, you you view the video and you make sure that forward to many people, forward to as many people as. So that's very important, isn't it? So here I find that there is some scarcity or there is some issue here. So Mahavatar TV English, we post the subscription link all the time, now and then. So please register, subscribe, and share, like any video what you are seeing. Such a wonderful videos, right? All the great masters they are coming and teaching. Where do you find all this wisdom? It's not easy to find masters. So please subscribe. Once again, I'm telling you, who are not subscribed, do it immediately today itself. And you have to support the masters who are coming and teaching. They should get encouragement, right? My video is seen by so many people. Here, we ourselves will not like means then we will like the video. Whatever the videos are posted in the Mahavatar TV English. Earlier it was Mahavatar TV. Now we have separated 5 languages, 5 YouTube channels. Mahavatar TV English, Mahavatar TV Tamil, Mahavatar TV Telugu, Mahavatar TV Kannada, Mahavatar TV Hindi. Now we have 5 YouTube channels. So remember, Mahavatar TV English is the link. Just go and type it. Mahavatar TV English in YouTube, you will get it. So you will get all the videos, daily videos without fail. So I would like to request once again on today especially. Everybody has to register, everybody has to share it, and everybody has to like every video. Put comments also. What's wrong with us? When we don't appreciate anything, nothing will come to us. In the universe, over appreciate more, over express thankfulness. They receive more and more in abundance. If you don't express, if you are not willing to express thankfulness, you are not eligible to receive anything. You are not entitled to receive anything from the universe. This is the law of nature. This is the law of universe. What you give, you will get back. If you give love, you will get back. You will give enmity, you will get enmity back. Right? Whatever you give, you will definitely get back. And also, you make a practice, Lokesh. So every day, whatever the video, yesterday video will be there. No, just post it in the chat box. Link, post it.
Yes.
Just pass the entire session for 2 minutes. Tell everybody to go and click the link and if not registered. If register also, just go and like it and put a comment and come back. We are doing this in Kannada, Telugu, everywhere. Whatever the yesterday's video, that link I'll post in the group. Okay? Yeah, this is a chat box. And then I say, okay, I'm pausing the session for 2 minutes. Maybe it is after, your just meditation is over, for example. Just pause it for 2 minutes before starting the session. Or if session is completed earlier, after that, pause for 2 minutes before going to meditation. Then everybody go and like at least. Okay, consciously they go and like it. That's also good practice. So please start doing it from tomorrow. Okay, right. Yes. So yes, masters. Now let's go into the topic. So today's topic is the continuation part of the negative ions part 2. Okay. Today, what we will try to understand is the negative ions improve the mood, reduce the anxiety levels. Outside sound is coming. So they're bursting the crackers. I don't know what reason. Maybe cricket, effect of cricket or what?
RCB won it seems.
That's what I'm hearing. A lot of crackers are going on here. Okay. Anyway.
IPL effect.
Yes. Okay. So negative ions improve the mood and lower the anxiety levels. This is a topic. Okay. This is one topic. Let's discuss about this. So friends, the negative ions, if you have more amount of negative ions, that is too much serotonin. So let me tell you, in our body, what happens is depends upon our lifestyle. Either there will be too much serotonin or too less serotonin in our body. First of all, what is serotonin? What is the connectivity between negative ions and serotonin? What negative ions does is negative ions will reduce the serotonin. It balances the serotonin. Serotonin is a neurotransmitter. The serotonin is a hormone, chemical messenger. It produces in the brain, right, with the help of so-called pituitary gland, right? It produces in the brain, and it also comes to it comes from after production. It has to travel through the blood, and it will come to the digestion system. This is the supreme neurotransmitter which will conduct the digestion. Remember this. If at all you are unhappy, the neurotransmitter will not be produced, then your digestion will go bad. You understand? If you are not happy in the mind, if your mind is not relaxed, you are in a stress condition, this neurotransmitter will not be generated properly. Then you will undergo a lot of indigestion problems. Understand? So that's how this works. This is a neurotransmitter. It has got excellent role in our physical body, especially conducting the digestion. Understand? So now what happens here? This is also called one way happy hormone also. If it is in the balanced state. If it is too high, if it is too less, you will end up in kind of a mood swinging. You end up in kind of a anxiety, depression, too much, negative thinking, slow thinking, fear, a lot of things, phobia, a lot of things will happen within you. You understand? So it should not be too high, it should not be too less. Now, coming to the point of negative ions, whoever is having more negative ions in the body, what it does is it balances out this particularly serotonin. Then you will be always happy and it won't cause any harm to you. Otherwise, it is a dangerous thing which is going to, what it does is, especially when there are no negative ions within you, for example, then that means what? You have more positive ions. These positive ions, what they do is they will spike up this serotonin too much. Understand? So that is where you will end up into the lot of stress and lot of mood swinging, anxiety, everything will happen within you. So that's how what happened. Totally, you will get into a kind of a depression. So this is obviously this happens many times. And also, there is one more enzyme, monoamine oxidase. You can write down monoamine oxidase. What exactly the connectivity to this is? There is one scientist. Okay, so his name is Dr. Albert Kruger. What is his name? Dr. Albert Kruger. What he does is he has done an experiment, excellent experiment. So in the year 1970, okay. He was a lecturer in medicine in the university. Okay? In the university, he has done one experiment. So the experiment is, so how the connectivity between this negative ions and serotonin. What is the connectivity between negative and serotonin? He has done a wonderful experiment. What he found is when there are more negative ions, it will stimulate one particular enzyme, which is called monoamine oxidase. This enzyme. If this enzyme is properly produced, what happens? Right? What that does is it conducts the metabolism of excess serotonin in the body. Let's say there is excessive serotonin produced in our body because of our lifestyle. That cause what I told, that cause a lot of mood issue, mood swinging, and also anxiety issues and all. Then who has to metabolize? Who has to control this? If you have sufficient negative ions within your body, it makes sure that it produces or it stimulates the so-called enzyme monoamine oxidase, which is responsible for the proper metabolism, proper metabolize the excess serotonin in the blood. Then you won't end up into that issues. Remember this point very carefully. The excess serotonin, I told too much serotonin, too less serotonin, both causes the same kind of issues. Heavy anxiety, heavy phobia, heavy fear, heavy depression, mood swinging, You see how much effect is there? Every time what we think, like somebody, somebody hated us, somebody scolded us, then we get into depression. All that is a peripheral. Like, it's a superficially your understanding. But the deeper understanding of that is this is the thing. You need to understand, right? So that is why, so very carefully, remember this very important point is, so in the human body, especially the production of this enzyme called monoamine oxidase, if it is proper, then what it conducts is your physical and emotional, right? Your physical and emotional, especially this perfect balance of physical and emotional issues will be there within you. Otherwise, it leads to lot of imbalance within the system. Lot of immense imbalance in the system. Then what happens is, so you can't really produce the effective output from your system, human system, right? Otherwise, what happens if you are, if you're not feeling happy, mood is not correct, what work you will do? You'll go to office, you'll be there, you'll be present, but you'll not do any work because you're emotionally disturbed. You have some anxiety or stress or phobia. Without you correct them, you can't be able to do any further work. Everybody knows this. That means the effectivity or the effective optimal output will not come from you. You can't expect it. That is why it's very, very important is, so we need to maintain the serotonin in the proper levels. Understand? So one more scientist is also done he works in the psychology department in Uppsala University, right? So his name is Mats Fredriksson, and one more Thomas Parnark. So what they also showed is the anxiety and the social phobia is directly connected to the too much serotonin. They also declared it is connected directly to the too much serotonin. So that means if the elevated levels of serotonin is going to cause these particular problems. Especially what they said is within our brain there is something called one center is there. This is called amygdala. So this center is responsible for the controlling fear. It's called controlling fear center. Within our brain it is there. Understand? When the serotonin level is too much, then what happens is obviously that particular center will not work properly, right? Too much serotonin causes that this amygdala will get into imbalance. Then you will get into lot of problems. Understand? So this is why, so very carefully, we always need to try to maintain more negative ions within us. I told many sources. Much more sources also we are going to discuss. In each and every class, we go on amplify, we go on add the much more wisdom, the negative ions wisdom, then you will understand much more sources. Some of the sources I explained in the last class. So about by going through this particular today's class, what do you understand? That means the within us, if negative ions are less, the so-called enzyme monoamine oxidase will not be properly secreted. Then obviously we get into all these issues. That's why we need to maintain the negative ions in a proper quantity within our system. Please understand this. Okay. Now, so this is one particular the wonderful wisdom which we try to share with you today. The second, the one more wisdom we will try to share. So we'll try to share, and we will, I think within the time we'll try to finish it. So this is especially within the whole universe, there is something called yin-yang system. What is that? Yin-yang system. So when that yin-yang system works, right? So let us understand. Yin yang system means, so in, for example, in means protons, yang means electrons. Always there is a duality. The duality is there everywhere. Without duality, nothing works, isn't it? In this universe, there are protons, there are neutrons. Sorry, there are protons, there are electrons. Will the universe works only with the protons? Will the universe works only with the electrons? No, it's not possible. Understand? So both are required. Now let's understand about the sun. Sun produces the energy. Okay, sun rays will come from the sun. Also, the morning sun and evening sun, we definitely receive good amount of so-called negative ions, no doubt. But the extreme sun, if you get into focus, right, then what you are going to receive is you are going to receive more amount of protons only. It means so that photon, the sun photon energy is going to amplify. Instead of giving you electrons, it take away your electrons. It burn actually. In fact, it will burn your skin. Many times it causes cancer also. Why it causes cancer? The morning sun, evening sun, I am telling again, they are the best generator of your negative, negative electrons or negative ions. Use it. Morning 2 hours, evening 2 hours. Not in between. In between the sun, what it does is, in fact, it takes away your electrons. Understand? It will burn your skin, in fact. It will cause cancer also. Don't blame the sun. You use it as per the, the science behind it, what is there, understand it and use it properly. Then it does always good for you. But this we won't understand. So then we go on, blame it. Understand? So this how, what happens is, my dear friends, when there is a sufficient number of negative ions within our body, isn't it? What it does, it conducts a good amount of electricity. So because of that, we will always get good amount of current flowing through us. Current flowing through us will be much better. So here, so what will happen is, many of the times, we will generate the negative electrons within our body itself. Body has got its own mechanism. Understand? So the body will produce negative ions within itself. It has got mechanism. Only thing is we have to allow it to do it. Okay. So because of our lifestyle, because of many other things, the food what we take, the lifestyle what we undergo, because of that, body cannot produce negative ions. That is, body cannot get the excessive electrons. That's why we get into most of the times, into the so-called disease. So let's understand about this a little more deeper. See, all the concrete jungle what we are seeing around us, isn't it? Concrete jungle. So what exactly does, right? So in the concrete jungle, especially in the busy tropic area or in the cosmopolitan city, the entire air, if you see, is all actually positive. Like, many positive ions will be there. There are no negative ions in the atmosphere. So when there are no negative ions in the atmosphere, right? Obviously, what happens if you go into that particular kind of an environment, you lose your electrons. Understand? You lose your electrons. You lose your, so-called the energy, and then you become weaker and weaker, and your immunity power will reduce. Then you get into a lot of diseases. That's how it is made. See the pollution in the cities. What are the different type of contributors for this? The positive ions. All the I told you earlier also. The dust particle, pollen particle, all the other factories output, vehicles output, whatever this all this the poisonous gases comes out. No, all these man-made materials, many of the man-made materials, which also keep generating positive ions into the atmosphere. So this entirely damage our environment. That is where we never receive any negative ions from that. So when we don't get any negative ions in the cities especially, right? So many people get into sick state. They get into disease state. as they're getting into many more diseases, obviously, a lot of hospitals will be keep coming up. Lot of hospitals, why they are coming in the city? This is the reason. Understand? So now, how do we correct this kind of problem? Maximum to maximum, already I told some of the sources of negative ions, we have to go on increase it. At least grounding. Every day we must do the grounding. And we must also do something. Eat the foods which has got highest amount of antioxidant. What are those? Vegetables and fruits. They are the best. These are the best food where it supply lot of antioxidants. Antioxidant is equal to negative ions, is equal to electrons, is equal to current flow, current, the current electricity, current flow. You can say like this. So that's how what you need to do is, friends, how you can improve the negative ions within your body. These are some of the methods. So always do the grounding. If you are not able to go to the ground and walk and all that, no, then there are some the grounding badges, grounding mats, all these things are available nowadays. Okay. So I read in the Dr. Biswarup Chowdhury website, in his book also, they give some grounding mats. You can just keep that grounding mat. If you sit on that, that has to be plugged into your power. So through your power, it gets the earthing. It gets the earthing in the ground, straight away in the ground floor. Okay, that's how what happen. If you sit on the mat, you will be grounded. You will be grounded. You receive some negative ions from the so-called ground. That's called grounding method. If you are not able to go on the barefoot on the bare land and you are not able to walk, you have no facility in the city because some completely concreted, your setbacks within your building also completely concreted. All the roads are concreted. Nothing is there. As such, there is no direct land, bare land. How do you walk it? How do you walk on the bare land then? How do you walk on the barefoot? So that's how then we have to find some other alternatives for the grounding. That's what I'm telling. There are grounding mats available. Please use it. Okay. And also what you need to do is eat the foods which has got highest amount of antioxidants. All the antioxidants are negative ions. And also, so there are liquids which contains highest amount of electrons. You please, utilize it. You please consume it. That's how you can increase this particular negative ion count within your body. So this is one thing. And other thing is, what will happen is, in the universe, there is a dualistic thing which is going on. Always. Okay. So the dualistic thing is very, very important in the universe to function also. Right? There is sun and moon. Right? Sun and moon. Sun produce more negative electrons. Moon produce more amount of the so-called protons. The last, in the last class also, we understood this, isn't it? And also, so what will happen is our body itself will function always with respect to both. Let me tell you. For example, your digestion system, it needs acidity more. If you take the blood, if you take the cells, within cells and around the cells or the blood itself, it must be alkaline. Can it be acidic? Your blood can be acidic? No, it can't be. It must be alkaline. Your digestion system, it must be alkaline or acidic? It must be acidic. Understood? So this is acidic, that is alkaline. Imagine. Okay? Both are required. The dualistic nature will be there everywhere. I told you, right? Electron is there, proton is there. Both are required. But the amount of that, the percentage of a particular, either proton or neutron, proton or electron, that makes a lot of difference. If this is more, or if this is too much, or that is too much, it depends upon that. The effects will be taken place inside us. That is why. So both are necessary. This you keep in mind. So the negative charged electrons are required. So positively charged protons are also required. So both are required. We have to give both are important only. Then only the existence will continue like this. Whatever we are seeing. For example, so if you are let's say your blood becomes more and more acidic depends upon what you are eating and what kind of lifestyle you are following. Then slowly what happens, if the blood also becomes acidic. If the blood is becoming more acidic, then the cells which receive all the nutrients from the blood, they also become acidic. So then slowly what happens, it leads to damage or leads to disease, illness. So instead of alkaline, it has become a acidic. That shouldn't take place. We should avoid that. You should make sure that your blood must be always, the pH value is there, no pH value. The pH value must be between 5 to 8. It should not drop below 5. It should not go beyond 8. Too much alkalinity also not good. Too much acidic also not good. Like that, you have to maintain your lifestyle and your food also. The kind of food what you are taking. So here what we need to understand, so my dear friends, especially the negative ions, right? Negative ions is equal to antioxidants and is equal to free electrons available within our body. So try to understand this accordingly. If you are able to maintain your lifestyle and your food style, definitely you'll be always healthy. So understanding this particular thing, this particular concept, actually we say that it is called negative ion therapy. Negative ion therapy, right? What is the negative ion therapy? So increasing the negative ions within our body in all the sources possible, right? Whatever the sources possible, we must always try to improve these negative ions within our physical body. Then we can stay healthy and happy all the time. Okay. So this much is sufficient for today, and we will try to add up, much more wisdom, the part of negative ions, part of negative ion theory in the next class. Okay. Thank you so much. Hello.
Yeah, thank you, sir.
Right.
So any masters have their queries, you can come forward. So
Right. So anyone is having any question in the today's concept, you can raise your hand. Otherwise, you just share your experience. What did you understand also? That's also okay. Yes.
Sir,
Yes.
sir, in a nutshell,
Hmm.
instead of the blood alkaline, it becomes acidic. It should be avoided, sir.
Hmm.
It should be avoided. The pH value of the blood should be between 5 and 8.
Right.
And more negative ions are produced.
Hmm.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes. And also, sir, another point, because of the concrete jungle, more positive ions are produced.
Right.
Whereas because of greenery, more negative ions are produced, which is safe for us. And
Yeah.
sir told about the grounding, sir.
Hmm.
To grounding. Grounding means we should make greenery, sir. Should we make greenery, sir?
No. Grounding means you should have the direct land. You should have the direct land or a stone, the natural stone on which you should walk. Barefoot. Barefoot walking is required.
Barefoot walking.
Barefoot walking. So let's say it's a direct ground where it's in the park, in the park, when you're walking, there should be direct ground, otherwise grass. Grass
Ah,
which is grown in the direct land. Not like a
so,
artificial
yes,
greenery and all, not possible. I mean, it doesn't support, it
ah,
doesn't give any negative ions.
so we can walk on direct earth.
Direct
But
earth, direct earth. Otherwise, the grass which is grown on the direct earth.
yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thanks, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Thanks, sir.
Yes. Yeah.
so
Rameshji, unmute and talk. Yeah. You're not able to admit. Sunita Prasanna. Everybody must express what you understood from the today's concept. Okay. It's very important. Very important because such a deeper subject, at least you understood in a proper way. It's good for me. Yeah. Yeah, go ahead. Sunita Prasanna, go ahead.
Sir. Namaste, sir.
Namaste.
Sir, speaking to English, no, sir. I should మాట్లాడడానికి రాదు బట్ అర్థం అవుతుంది సార్.
ఏం అర్థమైంది చెప్పండి, తెలుగులో చెప్పండి.
అదే అదే నెగిటివ్ థింగ్స్ చేయొద్దు, మంచిగా నెగిటివ్ ఇది కాకుండా నెగిటివ్స్ చేస్తే డైజెషన్ ఇష్యూస్ అవుతాయి. మరి వాకింగ్ అది ఎర్త్ లో వెళ్ళాలి అనేది అర్థమైంది సార్.
లేదు నెగిటివ్ థింగ్ అని అట్లా కాదు. యాక్చువల్గా ఈరోజు చెప్పిన కాన్సెప్ట్ ఏమంటే, మనం రెండు కాన్సెప్ట్. ఒకటి వచ్చేసి మన లోపల ఈ నెగిటివ్ అయాన్స్ ఎక్కువగా ఉంటే సెరోటోనిన్ అనేటువంటిది ఒక హార్మోను, అది కంట్రోల్లో ఉంటుంది. అది ఇంబ్యాలెన్స్ కాకుండా, ఎక్కువ కాకుండా తక్కువ కాకుండా ఉంటుంది. అట్లా ఉన్నప్పుడు మన యొక్క మూడ్ కూడా, మన యొక్క మన యొక్క భావోద్రేకాలు కానీ, మనలో ఎలాంటి ఈ ఉంటారు కదా భయము, ఆందోళన, ఇట్లాంటివన్నీ తగ్గుతాయి. అంటే మన మూడ్ స్వింగ్ లేకుండా ఒక స్టేబుల్ బిహేవియర్ ఉంటుంది మనలో.
సార్ ఇంగ్లీష్ లో చెప్పారు కదా, కొంచెం అర్థం చేసుకోవడానికి ప్రయత్నం చేస్తున్నాను సార్.
ఓకే
సార్, ఫస్ట్ జాయిన్ అయినాను, కొంచెం ఇంప్రూవ్ చేసుకుంటా సార్.
తప్పకుండా.
అదే మీరు చెప్పినట్టు డైజెషన్ ప్రాబ్లమ్స్ అయితే నాకు ఉన్నాయి సార్, గ్యాస్ట్రిక్ ప్రాబ్లమ్స్ ఉన్నాయి. అది కొంచెం కనెక్ట్
మైండ్ తో కనెక్ట్ అయి ఉంటాయి. సో దానికి మీరు ఏం చేయాలంటే వెరీ సింపుల్. సో మెడిటేషన్ చేస్తూ ఉంటే అదంతా ఇంప్రూవ్ అవుతూ వస్తుంది. డైరెక్ట్ గ్రౌండ్ మీద నడచాలి
సార్. అదే మట్టి మీద,
డైరెక్ట్ మట్టి మీద వేర్ ఫుడ్ తో. అయితే మేక్ షూర్ దట్ అక్కడ ఈ ములుకులు అంటే మేకులు గీకులు ఉండకుండా చూసుకోండి. ఓకే, అంటే మళ్ళీ అది ఇంకొక ప్రాబ్లం తయారవుతుంది.
అవును సార్,
అది లేకుండా చూసుకొని అట్లా చోట నడచండి. సో లేదంటే ఆ నేల మీద ఈ గడ్డి మొలిచి ఉంటది కదా, గ్రాస్, అందులో కూడా నడచవచ్చు కావాలంటే.
ఓకే సార్.
మినిమం 30 to 40 minutes నడిస్తే మీకు కావాల్సిన ఎలక్ట్రాన్స్ మీ లోపలికి వస్తాయి బాడీలోకి.
ఓకే సార్.
ఈ సెరోటోనిన్ అనేటువంటిది కంట్రోల్లో ఉంటది, బ్యాలెన్స్ స్టేట్ లో ఉంటది. లేదంటే ఇంబ్యాలెన్స్ అయిపోయిందంటే మీ మూడ్ మొత్తం చేంజ్ అవుతుంది. అంటే మీరు స్థిరంగా ఉండలేరు. ఉన్నటువంటి బిహేవియర్ ఇంకొక హాఫ్ అన్ అవర్ కానీ ఇంకొక 10 నిమిషాలకు ఉండదు. బిహేవియర్ మారుతూ ఉంటది.
అదే మీరు చెప్పింది ఇంగ్లీష్ లో కొంచెం డిప్రెషన్ కి, ఆ డైజెషన్ ఇష్యూ కి కొంచెం కనెక్ట్ అయింది సార్ మైండ్.
కనెక్ట్ ఉంటది కంపల్సరీ. ఎవరికైతే డిప్రెషన్ ఉంటుందో సెరోటోనిన్ వచ్చేసి ఎక్కువ ఉంటుంది, తక్కువ ఉంటుంది. అప్పుడు మీ డైజెషన్ దెబ్బతింటది.
సార్ యాక్చువల్లీ డైజెషన్ ప్రాబ్లం ఉంది సార్. డిప్రెషన్, గ్యాస్ట్రిక్ ప్రాబ్లమ్స్ అయితే ఉన్నాయి సార్.
ఖచ్చితంగా అది మెడిటేషన్ ద్వారా సరి చేసుకోవచ్చు. ఓకే, తర్వాత ఇప్పుడు చెప్పిన మన మెథడ్స్ ఏమున్నాయో, గ్రౌండింగ్ చేసుకోవడము, తర్వాత వెజిటబుల్స్, ఫ్రూట్స్ ఎక్కువ తింటూ ఉంటే వాళ్ళకు కూడా వాళ్ళ బిహేవియర్ లో, వాళ్ళ మూడ్ లో కూడా చేంజ్ వస్తుంది. ఎందుకంటే అవి యాంటీ ఆక్సిడెంట్స్ ఎక్కువ సప్లై చేస్తాయి.
ఓకే సార్.
యాంటీ ఆక్సిడెంట్స్ అంటే అవే నెగటివ్ అయాన్స్ అని అర్థం.
ఓకే సార్, అది ఎలా తినాలో నేను కనుక్కుంటా సార్.
ఓకే,
థ్యాంక్ యూ సార్.
Yes.
Sir, one small doubt, sir. In the park, can we walk over the stones, sir? I will try to walk over the grass. Sometimes lot of stones are laid by government. Can we walk over the stones, sir? Granite stones.
If they are not polished, it's okay. If they are polished, means no use.
Unpolished.
It should be natural.
Natural.
Oh, okay, sir. Thanks, sir.
Right. Yes. Saraja madam.
Namaste, sir. Too much scientific words are there involved in this. Actually, yeah, some enzyme called
Monomine.
monoamine oxidase is the thing enzyme, and enzyme released, and serotonin levels should be something in equanimity. They should not be over or less. Then problems will be there. And for this, we should have we should take antioxidants, grounding, and liquids also, which contain more of antioxidants and all. We should take along with meditation.
More of electrons.
More of electrons, which contains and so that current our electricity in us also will flow properly, and then it will it will so that our digestion and all will be good, and our mind also will be proper. If more negative ions are taken properly,
mind stays calm and no
mind
tension,
will calm.
no tension, no depression, no anxiety, no fear. Okay. So there's no imbalance, there's no wavering of mood, right? Wavering of mind, all this will be avoided.
And you will tell in next thing about antioxidants, which we should take, like food and all, what all we can consume and all.
Antioxidants, best source is fruits and vegetables.
Oh, fruits and vegetables, all vegetables. Okay. Along with greeny leaves, everything.
Sorry, yes.
Okay. That we are eating now, so that's okay.
It is not vegetarian.
Problem. There's a problem actually. You are eating, but you are cooking, like you are boiling, and you are making it. You are make sure that that whatever you are eating, vegetables or leafy vegetables or fruits. Of course, you will not boil. You will directly eat. That's good part. But vegetables, what we are eating is not the correct method.
That one we should learn then. Okay.
That you should take directly. Okay, that you should take directly. If at all you are making some curry and all, you eat that. But before that, there should be a green plate.
Yes. Raw vegetables, raw things.
Yes. Okay.
Yes.
So that provides you good amount of electrons.
Raw food, I usually get only kheera and carrot. Nothing more than.
You get everything: cabbage, mulangi, right? Beetroot, carrot, cucumber. There are some at
cucumber.
Least 6 to 7 things are there. No?
But for thyroid problem, they are telling cabbage and cauliflower and all you should not eat. This mulangi.
It's not going to be. It doesn't matter actually. Okay, if you eat direct vegetables, you get all the vitamins and whatever the enzymes are there, whatever vitamins are there within that the fruits and these vegetables, they directly go into the physical body without any problem. It will directly will be going into in our body. Then it does all the good for you, because you are eating the boiled vegetables and too much boiled vegetable. The too much boiled vegetable, all the vitamins, all the minerals, all the what so-called minerals and vitamins will be died completely. It will be died.
Okay.
So even taking how much of the food you take also no use. Understand?
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
This is why this minimal, at least, this raw food, along with the actual cooked food, along with the cooked food, there should be the uncooked and raw food. First you eat the raw food, depends upon your weight. Last time I explained, I think so. So depends upon your weight, 5 times of your weight. So let's say you are 50 kg, 50 into 5, that is 250 grams of raw food. Raw food must be eaten first, then eat the cooked food, followed by cooked food. So every time, morning, afternoon, evening, 3 times you must do like this one.
Okay. Thank you.
Padma,
దినేష్ సార్,
Padma,
పద్మనాభం దినేష్ సార్.
okay, tell me, yeah.
సార్, మీరు ఇందాక చెప్పినట్టు స్ట్రెస్, యాంగ్జైటీ ఒక అరగంటలో ఉన్నట్టు ఒక అరగంట మూడ్ సెన్స్ అయితే వర్క్. నాకైతే మీరు చెప్పింది వాస్తవంగా అలాగే ఉంది. నా బాడీ అయితే ఒక 6 years నుంచి అలాగే ఉంది. అది ఎందువల్ల ఏంటి అని నేను ఈ ఆన్లైన్ లో సెర్చింగ్ చేస్తా ఉంటాను, దీనికి దానికి అని చెప్పి. నా పనితనం మీద పాజిటివ్ గా ముందుకు పోకుండా ఈ థింకింగ్స్ వస్తానే ఉంటుంది. నిమిషం మీరు ఒక అరగంట కూర్చునే వాళ్ళు మళ్ళీ బయటికి వెళ్ళిపోవాలని ఆలోచన మీరు చెప్పింది విన్నాను. అది ఎందువల్ల, అసలు ఎట్లా? అంతకుముందు చేశాను సార్, ఒక 2 years బ్యాక్ పత్రిజీ సార్ది మెడిటేషన్ వస్తా ఉంది, మళ్ళీ మనసు మారిపోతా ఉంది. ఒక 30 minutes చేస్తా ఉండేవాడిని మెడిటేషన్, ఆలోచన విధానం మారిపోతుంది. అది ఎలా ఏంటి అని మళ్ళీ ఏదో చూసాను, సెర్చ్ చేశాను.
దానికి సొల్యూషన్ చాలా, మనం అంటే క్లాస్ లో కొన్ని సొల్యూషన్స్ వస్తూ ఉంటాయి.
ఓకే,
రాసుకొని మీకు ఎన్ని సాధ్యం అవుతాయో అన్ని ఫాలో కండి.
ఓకే ఓకే.
ఇప్పుడు ఉదాహరణకి ఇప్పుడు కొన్ని చెప్పాం, ఏమని గ్రౌండ్ మీద బేర్ ఫుట్ తో నడచమని చెప్పాం. మీకు సాధ్యమైతే ఎవ్రీడే మినిమం 30 to 40 minutes చేయాలి, ఖచ్చితంగా చేయాలి. చేసినప్పుడు ఏమవుతుందంటే ఫస్ట్ జరిగేది ఏమంటే ఎలక్ట్రాన్స్ మనలోకి అత్యధికంగా వస్తాయి. వచ్చినప్పుడు ఏమవుతుందంటే మన హెల్త్ బాగుపడుతుంది. మనకు కావాల్సింది ఎలక్ట్రాన్స్ కరెంట్ ఫ్లో బాగా అవుతుంది బాడీలో.
ఓకే,
అన్ని ఆర్గాన్స్ ఎఫెక్టివ్ వర్క్ చేస్తాయి. ఏ డాక్టర్ మనకు అక్కర్లే.
ఓకే,
బీపీ లేదు, షుగర్ లేదు, ఏది ఉండదు, అన్ని పోతాయి. రెండవది ఏంటంటే మనం ద మూమెంట్ వెన్ యూఆర్ వాకింగ్ ఆన్ ద బేర్ ఫుట్, అవర్ బ్రెత్ బికమ్స్ స్లో. బ్రెత్ బికమ్స్ స్లో.
ఓకే,
మీరు కావాలంటే మీరు చూడండి, ఒకసారి అబ్జర్వ్ చేయండి. పార్క్ లోకి వెళ్ళండి,
ఓకే,
బ్రెత్ స్లో అయిపోతుంది.
ఓకే,
ఆ బ్రెత్ స్లో కాగానే మీకు ప్రశాంతంగా అనిపిస్తుంది.
ఓకే.
ఇక్కడ కారణం వచ్చేసి అక్కడ ఎలక్ట్రాన్స్, నెగిటివ్ ఎలక్ట్రాన్స్ ఎక్కువ ఉంటాయి.
ఓకే,
ఇప్పుడైతే మీ బాడీలో ప్రవేశించిన తక్షణమే మీలో ఏదో మత్తులాగా ఆవరించి ఏదో ఒక ప్రశాంతమని, అంటే ఒక ప్రశాంత ఫీలింగ్. అప్పుడు ఏమవుతుందంటే మీలో ఉన్న యాంగ్జైటీ అన్ని వెళ్ళిపోతాయి. అందుకే పార్క్ లో నడిచిన పార్క్, లేదంటే ఒక నదీ తీరంలో నడిచిన, ఓకే, సముద్ర తీరంలో పోయినా గానీ ఇమ్మీడియట్ గా జరిగేది మీ బ్రెత్ స్లో అయిపోతుంది.
ఓకే, ఓకే.
స్లో అయిన తక్షణమే మన ఆలోచనలు కూడా తగ్గుతా వస్తాయి.
ఓకే,
ప్రశాంతత మనలోకి వచ్చేస్తుంది.
ఓకే, ఓకే.
ఇన్ని మార్పులు జరుగుతాయి. సో అందుకోసమే నెగిటివ్ ఎలక్ట్రాన్స్ ఎక్కడ ఎక్కువ దొరికితే మనం మన యొక్క సమయాన్ని కొంత అప్పుడప్పుడు, ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ మనం బ్రేక్ ఇవ్వాలి. అంటే బ్రేక్ అంటే మనం రెగ్యులర్ వర్క్ నుంచి అంతా వదిలేసి ఏ ఫారెస్ట్ కో ఎక్కడో పోయి ఊరికే నడుస్తూ ఉండడం అంతే.
ఓకే,
ఏం పని లేదు, కానీ ఊరికే అలా నడుచుకుంటూ ఫారెస్ట్ వెళ్ళిపోతే ఆ చుట్టుపక్కల వీటన్నింటి వల్ల మనకు జరిగేది ఏంటంటే అత్యధికంగా మనకు ఆ నెగిటివ్ అయాన్స్, అదే ఎలక్ట్రాన్స్ లోపలికి ప్రవేశిస్తాయి. ఎన్ని లాభాలు అంటే అన్ని లాభాలు ఉంటాయి.
ఓకే.
సో మీకున్నటువంటి వేవరింగ్ మైండ్ కావచ్చు, ఒక రకంగా ఆందోళన, భయము, ఇవన్నీ ఉంటాయి కదా, లక్షణాలన్నీ ఆటోమేటిక్ కంట్రోల్లోకి వస్తాయి.
ఇది బాడీ అన్బ్యాలెన్స్ అవుతుంది సార్, అట్లా కదిలినట్టు ఒక్కోసారి అది ఉంది సార్ బాగా.
అదే అంటే ఏదన్నా ఉంది, దానికి కావాల్సింది అంటే దేహము ఆరోగ్యంగా ఉండాలంటే మీకు కావాల్సిందే మీ దేహంలో ఎలక్ట్రాన్స్ ఎక్కువగా ఉండాలి, అంతే.
ఓకే 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 ఓకే
అన్ని సరిపోతాయి. ఇప్పుడు మీరు ఏ ప్రాబ్లం చెప్పండి, సొల్యూషన్ ఒకటే ఉండేది.
ఓకే
ఎలక్ట్రాన్స్ బాగా సంపాదించుకోవాలి. దానికి అనేక మార్గాలు, ఇప్పుడు కొన్ని మార్గాలు చెప్పాము, ఇంకా కొన్ని మార్గాలు చెప్తూ పోతాం.
ఓకే
ఇప్పుడు మీరు రెయిన్ పడ్డప్పుడు బాగా మంచిగా రెయిన్ పడింది అనుకోండి, ఆ రెయిన్ లో తడచడం కానీ, ఆ రెయిన్ పడిన తర్వాత భూమి మీద ఆ చెప్పులు లేకుండా నడచడము, ఎన్నో చేస్తూ పోవాలి మనం.
ఓకే ఓకే
తెలుగు క్లాస్ అవుతున్నట్టుంది పాపం, మిగతా వాళ్ళకి ఇంగ్లీష్ చెప్పకుండా తెలుగులో చెప్పినట్టుంది ఇది.
ఓకే 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 ఓకే
ఈవెన్ వాటర్ ఫాల్ లో కూడా వాటర్ రెండు బిందువులు ఒక బిందువు కలుసుకున్నాక అవి పాజిటివ్ అయితే అవి నెగిటివ్ ని ప్రొడ్యూస్ చేస్తాయి. అవి మన మీద ఇంపాక్ట్ అయితే నెగిటివ్ హ్యాండ్స్ వస్తాయి. సో వాటర్ ఫాల్ లో వెళ్ళినా కూడా మనం రిలాక్స్ కనిపించడానికి కారణం అదే.
వాటర్ ఫాల్ లో కూడా వాటర్ మన మీద టచ్ అవుతున్నప్పుడల్లా మనకు నెగిటివ్ హ్యాండ్స్ ఎక్కువ ప్రొడ్యూస్ అవుతాయి.
ఓకే
ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్, I'll go to English, sorry.
Okay, sir.
Here, what happens is when in the waterfall, no, generally we go to Tirupati and all, we have Papa Vinashini, something is there, no, like there are some spots, there are some special zones. Otherwise also we go to any temple, there is a koneru, that is there is a like you know a water pool. Okay, so there we go and take snana. Why we go and take snana or go and take the bathing is, there the water which is coming, it has got highest amount of negative electrons. Okay, the highest amount of negative electrons which will supply you, because it is coming from the nature directly, the water. So that water, that's actually, this water is called spring water, mountain water. So that water has got highest amount of negative electrons. If you go and take the bath under that, your karmas will go అని చెప్తారు కదా, కర్మాస్ కాదు, మీ మొత్తం రోగాలు పోతాయి. All your diseases will go. Understand?
Yes.
Understand.
Yeah, all the diseases will be disappeared.
Okay.
Because of what? Because it supplies you too many, not too much, and abundant, ample amount of negative electrons to your physical body. You will receive it. That is why wherever we go to temple, the normal general rule is, thumb rule is, you have to go and take the bathing in that the koneru.
Yeah, Vedavati madam.
That is how the nature has created. That's how our ancient Sanatana Dharma has created everywhere like this, right? But we don't know the importance of it, what to do. Okay.
Vedavati madam, you can.
Sir, namaste, sir. Sir, this raw green vegetables, palak and all, can we have raw? Can we make a raw greens juice and drink like that?
You can make if you're not able to eat directly, make the juice.
Raw or cooked, boiled one, sir?
No. Suppose palak is there. Palak is there.
Palak.
Like coriander is there. Right? Curry leaf is there. All this you can make as a green juice and drink it.
Oh, sir.
Yeah.
Raw, without boiling.
Without boiling, yes.
Curry leaves we eat as it is. This palak and all.
For example, coriander is there. So you can't eat how much you can eat. You can't do, you can't eat soup. Then convert into juice and then take it.
Take.
Yeah.
Okay, sir.
Yes.
Sir, nowadays, sir, in my meditation, I visualize many times small kids just born, little bigger than just born. And now also, I don't know who it was. She had one toddler just born, and one person came. He came with lots of sweets. Was so happy. What could be the sequence, sir?
Nothing, no sequence for this. It's all about your travel, your astral travel. Your astral travel to that kind of a locations where you obviously go through this kind of experiences. So you enjoy it. There's no need to interpret. They don't need to dwell or dig into that. Not required.
Dig it.
Nothing required like that. It's two planes of existence for every human being. One is the physical, One is the physical plane. Second is the so-called astral plane. We live in both the places. Remember always. We live always in both the planes we live. See, when we are wakeful, we live in the physical plane. When we go into the sleep or when we go into meditation, we rise up to the other plane. There also living is there. There also very much living is there. All the astral bodies, right? All the people who left the Earth planet, they're all living there. That is why in the meditation or in the deep sleep, you get a dream. What is the dream? It is nothing but your astral body gone there and it has met people. It has seen a lot of things, a lot of scenarios, talked to many people. All this, that's all the experience you carry back. When you come to the physical body, you carry all that. Understood? So it means, 33% of our life, we always live in the other plane. In 100 years of time, 33 years we live in that world also. That's why that world is also important.
Yeah.
So 66% time we live on the physical planet, but 33% we always live in that other plane. Understand? So that has to be pleasant and happy. That plane of existence, wherever we live in the night, in the deep sleep, we live and come back. Even if you do meditation, you will go to again the same plane. Again, you go to the same dimension you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's why whatever you receive, don't worry. Just you've gone to that plane and you have seen and experienced and came back. That's all what it is. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, Shankar sir, you can.
సార్ నమస్కారం సార్.
నమస్కారం.
నేను హైదరాబాద్ నుంచి మాట్లాడుతున్నాను సార్. యాక్చువల్లీ నెగిటివ్ ఎవిడెన్స్ గురించి నైస్లీ ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్. థ్యాంక్ యూ వెరీ మచ్. అండ్ సార్ మీరు హైదరాబాద్ వస్తుంటారా సార్? ఇది పిరమిడ్ సెంటర్కి, అది పత్రిజీ కడతాల్లో ఉంది కదా?
కడతాల్, అవును. కడతాల్లో అంటే ఓన్లీ డిసెంబర్ టైంలో వస్తాం అంతే కడతాలకి.
అవునా? మిమ్మల్ని కలిసే ఆపర్చునిటీ మాకు ఏమైనా కలుగుతుందా?
ఇక్కడ అంటే బెంగళూరు, ఇంకా బెంగళూరులో
హైదరాబాద్ పత్రిజీ
హైదరాబాద్ తక్కువే. హైదరాబాద్ తక్కువే అంటే సెషన్స్ ఉంటే ఏదైనా మనకు కంపల్సరీ
జనరల్ గా ఎవ్రీ ఇయర్ వస్తారు సార్ అక్కడికి?
కంపల్సరీ వస్తుంది
సార్. I'll try to meet you, sir. Yeah. Thank you.
Okay.
Thanks for your negative and explanation. It was very good actually.
Yeah. ఇంకా చాలా ఉంది నేర్చుకోవాల్సింది మనం.
Yeah. Thanks a lot, sir. Thank you.
I think another 5 to 6 sessions will take to complete.
Yeah. Thank you very much. Yeah.
Thank you. Right. Kalpana ji.
Sir, yes. Negatively charged neutrons and positively charged protons are equally important, sir. So,
no, negatively charged neutrons are not there. Neutrons are neutrally charged.
Yeah. So
neutrons are neutral charge. There is no charge for it.
Yeah. So on full moon day, sir, we receive cosmic energy. So what is it, sir? Positive or negative?
Positive. Actually, full moon day, moon will give you positive ions. I told you already. So that makes a lot of alteration within you, which causes a lot of wavering because it produces positive ions. When the positive ions are there, the serotonin will produce too much. That is why what we say is, keep silent. That means be in mauna. Receive the cosmic energy so that your wavering mind will stop. At least be in calm state. Don't talk to people. Any kind of aggravation. For example, I'm so in anxious mode. Otherwise, I'm in so much anger mode. That will amplify. If you keep in a wakeful condition, instead of being in a wakeful condition, just go into meditation, go into mauna. At least these kind of aggressive characters, all these aggressive features will be subsidized or it will be kept calm. Understand? Otherwise, for example, on the full moon day, especially any mentally retarded person, right? He become, he burst, get into burst mode, or you can say he become much more aggressive. The main reason is we receive a lot of positive ions that make sure that
Amplifies.
it rises the serotonin level within that person. It goes to too much peak. Then that guy will get into the rampant or aggressive mode.
On new moon day, sir.
New moon day is not normal. It's there is nothing. There is no effect. You can say like there is no effect. Normal. Yeah. Okay.
Kalpana, ma'am.
Yeah,
Yes, madam. You are busy.
yes. Sir, you said that serotonin hormones, they are produced by pituitary gland. So, and I think pituitary gland also is produced in our body, not throughout the day. It also has a particular hour, like it has a timing for it. When our brain produces that pituitary, when it is activated. And I also watch Biswarup Chaudhary's video. So he said that the timing is 10 to night 10 o'clock to night 2 o'clock. So they say that that's the reason why people are advised to sleep early, between, at least if you're not able to sleep by this time, at least 10:30 or 11 you must sleep, so that your pituitary gland activates. And now today when you said that citrulline hormone, which is responsible for all our
Serotonin.
serotonin hormone, which is responsible for our mood swings and all. If it is more or less, whatever the replications we are getting. So I think then sleep also plays a very important role in controlling this hormone. Am I right, sir?
We'll get the next session in a deeper sense. I'll give you the next.
Okay.
So what you are talking about is, okay, pituitary, let me tell you, let me clarify. Pituitary gland will not be produced. It is already existing within us. There are 7 endocrine glands are there. So one of the master gland is pituitary gland, which is a
Yes,
part of the brain, which is responsible or which control all other glands to secrete the proper amount of hormones in the correct timings. Okay.
Okay.
Its responsibility is it acts like a master gland. It's a master gland basically.
Okay.
Okay. Without its instruction, no other gland. For example, pancreas gland, adrenal gland, okay, thyroid gland, parathyroid gland, thymus gland, isn't it? And ovaries, testes, all these are the glands which will be keep working in our body. They won't secrete the hormones without the guidance or without the proper instruction coming from the pituitary gland.
Pituitary, okay.
Yes. Now, what you are saying, you are talking about is melatonin.
Melatonin.
Melatonin. So that is responsible for the sleep in us. That is going to be, that is going to trigger the sleep within our human system. If the melatonin produced properly. So that for that sake, you have to sleep at 10 o'clock, all that. I will explain you next. See, especially negative ions is going to make sure that your melatonin produces properly. Melatonin is a best antioxidant. Just briefly I'm telling this subject next class I'm going to cover.
Next session, okay. Okay. Okay.
In fact, immediate subject is that only. Next topic is that only.
That's okay, sir.
Okay, and I think antioxidants nowadays, herbal teas are also there, like blue tea. They say it also has a lot of antioxidant. Hibiscus is also one of the antioxidant source. Then this lemongrass tea we can have. Then there are many such flowers which are around us only. It has a lot of antioxidants.
Ashwagandha powder.
Ashwagandha also, yeah.
Wheatgrass powder. Wheatgrass powder.
Amla, wheatgrass also. Amla is also the best source of vitamin antioxidant.
These are the things, they give you a lot of electrons to you.
Oh yeah.
Okay. So that's
Yes.
how that is also going to be covered, the part of this negative ion theory. Part 1, part 2, or no, part 3, part 4, part 5, part 6. It continues.
Okay. And alkaline, I think alkaline foods are such like which have water content in it, like water content, like cucumber, like we say. Yeah, yeah. So the moment when we eat, consume it, we feel, our body feels cool.
Relaxed.
Yeah, it's so those types of food we should eat more to keep our body alkalic in nature.
In the last class, I told you, no, if you eat watermelon,
yeah,
the watermelon, whatever the water content is there, no, that is actually alkaline water. Alkaline distilled structure water.
What? Ashgard also, for that matter. Ashgard juice.
Yeah, everything.
Yeah, no? Okay. Yeah, got it. Thank you.
Right. Thank you. Right.
Good evening, sir.
Yes, Rashid. Yeah.
Good evening, sir. Well explained about this serotonin hormones and what we take food for this what's that? Antioxidant foods like fruits and vegetables, and we have to walk for barefoot. And it is all we learn, sir. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, sir, for sharing the session, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Mahavatar Foundation, and thank you, Ravinath, sir. Thank you, sir.
Right. Okay. Okay, Lokeshji, we'll be closing the session now. Time is up.
Yes, sir. Yes. Right. Let's thank the universe and Mahavatar Foundation for giving us this platform to learn wisdom from many masters. Let's thank the masters who have attended the session. Thank you all. So please don't miss the session tomorrow, as there will be holistic lifestyle techniques part 2. So see you all tomorrow. Good night.